Oops. Go back there. So Chris is on Valium.
Huh?
So Chris is on some Valium.
Yeah. So he slept for like 3 days straight, which was fine. That's good because he needed it.
Yeah, I overdid it. Drove to Washougal a couple times.
Yes.
Got tired. Did a bunch of work.
Yeah, on your
And,
board.
Was programming my my new board, my X32, and how I was kind of slumped over it doing all the stuff. By the time I got about halfway through, I noticed my back was really hurting bad. I was like, okay, I need to take a break. And didn't sleep for 2 days after that because my back was just hurting so bad and stuff. And finally sucked it up and went to the doctor and then took x-rays. They said my vertebrae are okay because I've got a little bit of scoliosis in my lower back. So I thought it was that, but they said that my discs got good enough spacing and stuff. And they said that it was probably just massive muscle spasms. So they gave me some Valium to take care of it. And it's little by little it's been helping, but it's still there. So I'm going to
Come here, baby.
call either today or tomorrow and give me some physical therapy going on. Because just walking is a pain in the ass and doing anything just fucking...
Yep.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
And once I got lying down, I didn't want to get back up because I knew I'd have to bend to get back up. And it was just like,
Oh, sweetheart.
Yeah, any back-related issues are really a drag. I've had a debilitating back
they're
thing.
the worst. That, anything...
Tooth pain
teeth,
is like the
your back are the
worst.
worst.
These are both true. Both very true.
Tooth pain.
But
yeah,
I
back
figured I
pain's
could
pretty
do
bad.
this because I'm just sitting.
uh-huh.
I may say stupid shit, and I might look like I'm dozing off here and there or something.
Just a nudge closer to you. Because
You're
you're a
gonna be
little
quiet.
in a monotone state already.
All right.
So.
Yes.
All right. I'll try to keep it together, people.
It's all right. No one has any outrageous expectations of any of us. We have a very loving fan base that is just appreciative of the fact that we're doing something, and they never complain. Like no one ever complains. You're wonderful.
Sweet.
You're all wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. It feels so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. These days are all being free. These days are all.
We're doing a show.
We're doing it now.
You know it because you're our fans. You tune in and you listen to us. You download our show. You share it with people. And other people hear it because of you. And we appreciate you. This is the MAWPCAST 1 radio program. We come here every week when we can. We didn't come here last week, so that's a lie. I'm totally lying. We come here as many weeks as we can.
We try.
Yeah. In a year. Like, there's no set formula or format. How's it sound in there? Because I've adjusted everything. The levels could be...
Are you unplugged?
Oh, it seems a little low.
It could be very low. It could be low.
Yeah.
It could be.
It does.
All right.
Sound
Oh, yeah,
low.
you're not getting up.
Because my volume on the thing down here is pretty high.
Okay.
Check, hey, check, hey.
Check.
Check. Oh, there we go. That's a little better there.
How does she sound?
Do I sound okay?
Keep going, Ashley.
Hello.
A little bit more for Ashley.
Welcome to
Right there,
our
perfect.
MAWPCAST show.
Okay, check. Turn me up just a tad bit more. Check. Right there. Okay, all right. There you go. All right. You go ahead.
Check.
A little more.
Chickadee, check yourself or you wreck yourself.
I can't turn myself up anymore.
Hello.
I'm at 6 already. I can't go anymore.
Oh,
Check, hey, check.
We've got Ginger.
You're if anything, the volume in the headphones needs to come down because we're good now.
All right.
Sweet baby.
Check. I mean, I sound good now, to me at least.
Okay. As long pause. We're not.
I'm just looking at
Everybody
because the
sounds
volumes. I mean, your volume
good.
is like.
Well, I'm not listening.
Oh, you okay? I'm sorry.
I don't have headphones.
Oh, okay, that wasn't even plugged in.
That sounds fine.
But both me and
Sounds
Ashley
good.
are
All right.
turned up pretty loud.
All right.
But I mean, as long as the meter, as long as they're high in the meter on that, then that's fine. Yeah.
Our audience is like, what the fuck?
I hear the music.
Our,
Give me some more. I'm just going on my own little thing over here,
that's okay.
like I always do, you know. Well, we've got Ginger here.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
introduce this. This is the show. It's the MAWPCAST 1 radio program, like we were saying, and I'm Potter.
Yep, I'm Chris.
I'm Ashley.
And that is Ginger, our
This
dog.
is our baby Ginge.
You've heard about Ginger before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's kind of nervous. She's gonna be whiny.
It's her debut.
Yes, I discussed with her that,
This,
just don't take stardom too strong. Don't be like Marilyn Monroe and get all crazy on drugs and end up
She's
getting
not gonna
killed.
be
I mean, just don't do that.
Maybe too much dog bones, but definitely not the drugs part.
Yeah.
You're, like, she just got, Marilyn Monroe just got caught up in things.
Oh,
She
yeah,
did.
exactly.
She just got
and
caught
that's
up
what I'm
in-
saying.
in
As long as
stuff.
she listens to us and heeds our warnings and stuff, I'm pretty sure she'll be just fine.
She's always been
There's
a
no
little
reason
anxious.
for her to be nervous.
She's just a little anxious.
She's a
baby.
Chihuahua.
Yeah,
A Chawini.
a Chihuahua.
So those dogs, they are uppity. Yeah, I guess we should say things like that for the audio podcast. I like to point out that it's an audio podcast, and most people do listen, not watch.
Uh-huh.
So they're not
Yes.
seeing the dog. They're only hearing a couple of whines once in a while.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
she's here. She's tan.
She's a cute little doggy.
She's cute.
Yep.
You're missing it. You
She
should
is-
maybe subscribe to our YouTube channel and just take a look.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're
that's how I
in-
think
yeah.
you got to do.
Yeah. Way better to
Check it
take
out.
a look at this cute
She's
one.
adorable.
Okay.
Oh,
And that is a good
sweetie.
point. We have a YouTube page. We have other things too. We have a Bandcamp with a compilation on it. We sold a comp today. Actually, I woke up and there was a
Woohoo!
compilation sale. Yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but it's up there for free. People can donate money. It's a good way to support the show. Actually,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Take note. Haha, just kidding. But it does help.
There's other things we would like to get going here in the future to help support the show too. But I would like those things to be worth our while, worth everyone's while, when we do get them going. Sorry, I don't mean to be distracted. I'm just looking into all the
Hey,
things
we're
that
fine.
could be going on today, or
Hi, baby.
getting
too.
everything queued up because we're just getting set up. Usually, I'm completely set up when you guys arrive. I was not completely set up when you guys arrived today. You got to see
Well, that's
the
fine.
sausage get made.
With what I'm on, it didn't matter. It zipped right by, and I
Yep.
didn't even realize it.
And I went to work early, and so I'm
Huh?
just kind of.
You already went to work.
Yeah.
I went to work already. I got off at 10 a.m.
Oh, that's right, because
because
you got up at 4. You
Yeah.
mentioned that already. Wow, that's nuts.
I got off
Yeah.
at 10.
You're a trooper.
Well, normally I don't work on Mondays or Tuesdays, but Chris had his emergency with his back, so I took that day off
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so we could take him to the hospital. And so I was like, yeah, I guess I can help.
Mm.
I can help. So I went and opened a store by myself for the first time, which is
Yeah.
cool. I got to be by myself, and I was really scared for the last couple days, but once I did it, now I feel pretty confident
Yeah.
that I could do it again.
I understand.
Yeah.
I have that kind of anxiousness before I do like almost literally anything I've not
Yes.
done before.
Anything. I wake up in the morning, I already have that ball of
Uh-huh.
anxiety rolling in my stomach.
Yeah. I call it like it's more. It's like I don't even want to go to school. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to go to school. I'm just gonna why like no. It's not, and it's not that I'm like anxious about anything happening at school. Like because for when I was going to school, that was the only place I had social interaction. So I wanted to
Right.
go for that, in which I would often go just for that. I'd skip school, go there for lunch, or something. That was a big thing for me. I did that all the time. And it also gave the illusion that I was at school,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
People didn't think that I skipped as much as I did because they always saw me.
I just didn't like school, and I didn't like the social part either.
Yeah.
I'm a hermit. Is that what it's called, hermit?
Hermit is what it could be called.
I'm
Sure.
pretty much that. But I forced myself, as I got older to kind of get out there and
Mhm.
do things. But honestly, I think as now I'm still trying to get out there. But I'm going to hit a certain age and just go back to being a hermit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm just going to watch TV and have my animals and be quiet. Live a quiet life.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of these podcasters, their life is based out of their home. Like,
Right.
and there's nothing bad about it. It's just like, this is very convenient for me. I'm in my home already.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're comfortable. They don't have
Yeah.
to worry about anything or
Yeah.
worry about people or, you know. But I do like being social too. But I get both.
Well, how these podcasters resolve that is they do the live streams with the interaction with the fans who can chat with them, and they can chat in real time with people, and then they can satisfy their desire for social interaction without having to sacrifice the sanctity of their home
And leaving. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So we were trying to determine how long it's been since you've been on the show. It's been like months.
A month.
And
The last one I did was the Easter
Yeah.
show. So it's been a while. But life, I've been doing pillows and making collages and
Yep,
we've
our whole
been
house is full of pillows, so
traveling.
you can fall at any point in our house and land on pillows. So
now,
you'll be safe
now I
no matter what.
understand. Now it all makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm trying to make as many as I can. And then reading into business stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't want like a full on business yet, but
Uh-huh.
to like make sure that you're following the rules
Yeah.
and tax stuff.
Yep.
You got to make sure you have some kind of form of business.
There's a lot to know about everything. To
Yeah,
do in
it's a
life.
lot.
Yep.
But I'm getting there, learning. And hopefully one day I'll be selling pillows outside of my van with Chris and Ginger traveling the road.
That would be great.
That's what I want to do. Farmers markets. Right, Ginge? Like now she's passed out.
Yeah, she's totally comfortable and
Yeah.
stoked to be here.
It took her a minute.
Yeah, she was a little wound up when we first started, but
Yeah, she's
She's
mellowed
getting
out
the
now.
idea that we're chilling.
yeah.
I did figure out a lot of stuff on that new board of mine.
Before you broke your back on it, broke
Yeah.
back, Chris.
Yep.
Which board is it, babe?
The
For the audience.
yeah.
The X32.
There you go.
It's a new digital board that they have out, and I was just kind of overwhelmed in the beginning because I've been analog my entire life, you know, doing nothing but analog, and digital just scared me because everything was all in the board literally, and it just kind of wasn't prepared for it type scenario. And I was kind of just forced into it doing this jazz thing, and I found that it's once you kind of get the gist of how the layout is, it's pretty easy after that.
Yeah.
You know, there's still some stuff that I have no idea how to operate or to figure it out yet, but I figured just baby steps. You know, so you know, as long as I could get sound out, I could mic everything. I could put compression, you know, effects and stuff like that on each channel. I'm going to work on bussing because I want to do a couple buses. Like I want to have the drums all in one bus, so I can push it up and bring up the whole kit at one time and stuff like that, or bring up all the vocals up at one time and stuff. And so little by little, I'll figure that out. So
That's great. That's a lot of progress. Well, see, that's it's the same thing you've always done. It's just a different language.
Yeah.
And learning to translate that, because I run into that a lot, and sometimes it's easier than others. A great example would be I use a program to do artwork with, like whether it's just, you know, the stuff we do for the show or my comics, whatever is. It's a program called Paint Shop Pro, and it's a dated program. Like I've been using it for 15 years.
Yeah. Yep.
And at a certain point, Paint Shop Pro, you know, every year they have a new one like Photoshop 6.
Yep.
So Paint Shop Pro got to 9 or 10, and then it got bought out by a different company and became more like Photoshop. So my transition to, it's now called Corel Draw. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at, I couldn't transition well. And the language, certain things, certain functions didn't translate.
Changes and yeah.
And I have the same problem with Photoshop. Like, Photoshop is not simple. It, like, all the things that I can do with my program can be done on Photoshop. Obviously, Photoshop's a more advanced version of this, but I can still accomplish everything with my program. and it's more user-friendly. It's easy to navigate.
Yeah.
It uses all the commands that you would be familiar with in everyday life using a Windows-operated computer. Photoshop's not user-friendly. It's not easy to function, and quite often people have to take classes to learn it if you don't know the stuff. And I don't have time for that, or the money for that, or anything. And when I already have a tool that does the thing also, like I really am not in a position where I am forced to. There could be a time where I could be forced to, but I've not ran into that problem yet, because Windows still exists and this program is still compatible with it, even though it's 15 years old. And it's amazing that it runs as good as it does for as old as it does. Also,
it sounds familiar.
Another thing I ran into with that board is apparently you could run the board with the iPad.
Yeah, that's rad.
And I was trying to figure that out, and I guess you have to have a router. So I had to order a router.
Uh-huh.
So
we're just waiting on.
Because you just plug the router into the board, and then no matter, you could be anywhere in the room and do it with the iPad or on your phone.
That's rad.
You could do it on your phone and stuff.
Because you can just like kick back anywhere.
Yeah. They wanted me to do the jazz thing, but I really don't have a place to sit. So I'd be standing there holding it, and I was just like, no, I broke too many things doing that. Doing stuff like that.
You know, like you have your motorized wheelchair, and you can get like a desk thing or a arm thing to just set it on.
Well, I was thinking about doing is creating like a lanyard that goes like a bag or something that it holds in, that the front of the bag is open so I could just touch it, but it securely holds it.
You can just attach it to your arm like this.
Well, I'm right-handed.
Well, same difference.
Yeah. I know. I'll come up with
something. Reverse that.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll come up with something.
The only thing about having the tablet on your neck is depending on how heavy it is, it can start to hurt your neck.
They're generally not that heavy, though.
That's true. I have a sensitive neck.
I'll figure it out. I mean, it's like I was saying, it's baby steps. I mean, I don't even know how to use that stuff. And I looked at the program on my phone, and everything's just so small, so I know that it's going to be difficult to do it on your phone. Now, on the pad, it's cool, but I just want to become more familiar with the whole unit as a whole first.
Oh, yeah.
Before I tried to go to the pad. But, I mean, I knew that was something that I needed to do anyway, so I went ahead and ordered the router. It was like $50. They're actually pretty expensive for those. But, yeah, so that should be cool.
That will be cool. That's really neat.
And then you could hook it up to a computer, too. Like, directly to a computer and record. Yeah. So everything goes directly to the computer. So, which is freaking pretty awesome. So you don't have to drag around just piles of stuff to record and stuff.
Yep. That is awesome.
All right.
Well, we should play some songs.
All right.
Let these people hear some tunes.
Let's hear
We've
some
been slaving away,
music.
digging up all week.
Ginger.
I know what we're going to hear, and I don't know what we're going to hear, so we're all going to be surprised
Are we
together.
gonna go to songs? Say, this is the MAWPCAST podcast. And we're going to songs.
The Enterprise for the 2G. Soak it up, y'all.
Let it soak in the chest. Yeah, this is Johnny, and I'm gonna tell you about a place with a playing sweat. Where green is the color of the leaf and the square. This is Beach Peak, baby, also known as Black Hill. Shut it on.
Understand something new, I'm getting heated for a few. Let a play explain about the things that we do. I see you swinging from my twins, tugging on my jock strap. This is the type of stuff your pound rolling in your lane, smoking him. You the sim, now your pump trick is jocking, still turning drink while the folk keeps chopping. California strategy, boys getting tough, stand tank tied every day, still ain't enough. I'm fresh from the Baylor brothers, known not to play us like butter, baby, butter smooth, so they name me Parquet. Let me in the jam, watch the whole room expand as I push up on a mic. Let a real G stand and give them something that's bomb. They can bump or even ride too. People know passing by when a brother slides through, passing out Trump sex for the dividend. Hit it quick and leave the premises. Peace to my kin. In the city of attack, where the bomb be the best, where you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. City of attack, where the bomb be the best, where you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. Hard hits, that's what my mom said. Protect yourself, player haters always catch lead. Now I'm bending blocks, dude, looking for some food chain, stuck my back and trick. All I wanna do is bang, bang, back to the strip. Smiling all alone, I'm feeling like Jordan, cause my mind is in a zone. Mad dog straight to the net, till it's all gone. Have a brother tripping in, ready to take your click on, but that's not like me. Focus for the weak, cause I really don't back down. Game when I speak, I keep heads nodding, clapping ain't stopping. Here's some ill tracks that the Tasman is dropping. This is for my peeps in the cut, laying low. 110-48, locked down in the know. Kenny Earl, Young Thad, and Dog, Lil Smurf, Big Boom, Mike Spears, Little Joe, we on cheese on the turf. City of attack, where the bomb be the best, when you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. City of attack, where the bomb be the best, when you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. City of attack, where the bomb be the best player. Yeah, and let it soak in my chest, player. Real pimpin', living major. Legitimate grinders, but they can't find us. Always in traffic, tricking is a minus. I give it to you good, cause I good, young lobster, known as a diehard, way past a soldier. The THIRDDEGR straight chillin' at the party. Why do or die? Cause I'm cool in the situation. So to your best for my holler, but I'ma keep the case. And man, I put in work on the deal doing dirt. Revved up white walls, march with the skirts. I ride by flying, big boy climbing, straight to the top. Fat checks is what I'm shining. It's getting dark, I think you better get to stepping, cause when it's night, I carried a concealed weapon, lokes on tight, nothing close to a PG. I'm so far out there, NASA couldn't see me. I said it once before, and they got brothers still tripping. Never let it rest, resurrect 415, pimpin', playing the boss to take my losses. And Jerry Cooney blues and make it strong. Look what it did to me. They got me starving, thirsting, fiending. Money's a reality, it's not about dreaming. You can have it out there, my firm is they don't care. Equal opportunity, cause it ain't fair. 3 strikes you out, player life is full of penalties. The president, the government, don't forget Penelope's. Man, I gotta have it, much more than Pepsi, man, do it on my lonely. Now I'm chillin' right again, yeah. Back with the bomb, be the best. When you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. City on attack, with the bomb, be the best. When you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest. Rolling hits, pushing bows, real pimpin', living major. Bonafide flows from a Black Hill player. City of attack, with the bomb, be the best. When you hit it for 5 and let it soak in your chest.
Wake me up, I need a cup of coffee. Where's my robe? I'm naked in front of the neighbors. Feed the cat, she's meowing. What's for lunch? It's 12:30, I'm hungry. I love being with you, it's so easy. I love being with you, it's so easy. Come to jams, let's dance around the kitchen. We're alone, no one else to worry about. Let's make a list and organize the cupboard. Let's take a break and go
Can't you see I'm anything but aimless?
That's why I said you're gonna forget.
She's right, Chris. You got to save all that talk for the show.
Yeah.
We're
Well, that's why I'm
back now.
drinking
We had
this.
to come back.
We had to come back, yeah,
because Chris's Valiant brain won't remember what he's talking about if we.
Yep, I'll totally forget it.
Yeah. So we just heard a bunch of songs there. They were great songs. There's a wide, diverse array of stuff. We heard Somewhere Between by Point Defiance, and we heard before that we heard Bunny and Bear doing Sunday Coffee, and we started it off with City of the Tack by The Enterprise.
Nice.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was great. So, what we just were talking about was the Bad Batch is coming up on the 4th here.
Yeah.
A couple
Tomorrow.
days. Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Tomorrow's May 4th.
Yeah, a couple days ago when you're hearing this now. It's already out by the time you're hearing this because I'm not done with this show yet.
And then you can watch it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, you turned over there to talk, but your mic's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're pulling a Chris here.
Yeah.
Hi.
There's not even anyone over there. The camera's not
Hi.
over there either.
Yeah.
I look around when I talk.
It's okay, and I'm not being critical.
I just noticed there's no fireplace going.
I noticed that too during the songs, just
I was
because
feeling kinda
we all got
chilly
in here
in
at the
here.
same time.
Oh, that's
and,
right. Yeah.
And I just forgot. Yeah, I didn't get to it. So the Bad Batch is Star Wars. It's a cartoon. Now, I'll be perfectly honest. I wasn't terribly interested in it at all. Then I saw a trailer for it. I was like, "Well, fuck, that looks really, really, really good."
Yeah.
Like just the what they're putting into it. Now, we'll get to this in a second too. Much like with the Marvel TV shows, ultimately there's things I do and don't like, and do I want to sit and invest my time in it? Maybe later in life, I'll sit and binge it. But I do like the quality of that they're putting into it. I really do. I like that. And that's really all I can say for it. Like, I was just instantly impressed. Not that I'm not impressed with the quality that they're putting in anything. The quality of in the movies, like as far as like visual effects and stuff, that's there. That's not lacking. It's sometimes story that's lacking or character development, other things like that. Plot.
Yeah.
Right.
So what do you know about this Bad Batch then?
Very little.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to get too into it, because a lot of times they'll feed you so much stuff that you almost don't have to watch it because they're telling you the whole thing
They
and
got
stuff.
the whole entire show.
Yeah.
In
So
the
you know,
preview.
I know that I'm pretty sure it's got to do with stormtroopers that just kind of say flip the finger to the Empire or something like that, and then they kind of
Stormtroopers
just
and clone troopers. Yeah.
yeah, they just kind of do their own thing and stuff.
Now, you've watched the entire Clone Wars series, right?
Bits and pieces.
Oh, you've not seen all the Clone Wars series. Okay. Well, for the love of God, you've got Disney Plus, and you're high on Valiant. What are you doing?
Honestly,
I've been sleeping.
I think the thing is there's so many shows to watch. There's so many things that we're like, oh my God, we gotta watch this show. Oh, we gotta start on this one.
Yep.
Oh, we still need to finish this one.
I mean,
that
like
has,
last
four
month I bought
episodes left.
the Picard season
Yeah,
1.
we have to start.
I haven't
that.
even opened
But
it yet.
the thing about the Star Wars is I love Star Wars. Okay, watch it. It doesn't even matter. It could be on TV, and I would watch the Clone Wars if it's on TV and there's nothing else going on. But you really gotta pick and choose, I think, sometimes, because they have just so many things to watch. And it's just like Doctor Who. I don't think it's even possible unless you're gonna turn 80. Like you're gonna watch every single episode of Doctor Who until you're 80, and it's just, you know,
If you binge it, you can.
It's a
They
lot.
just have
though.
a lot. Oh yeah.
Well,
That's like years of your life.
like-
You're watching TV.
this brings to mind, like, and I brought this up before, but the soap opera General Hospital.
Yeah, that shit's been running for ever.
It was on the radio before it was on TV, right?
Yeah,
and then it went on to TV, and it's just been going and going and going. And some of these characters lived and died on this show,
Right.
Like, and
Yep, they were born and died on
Yeah.
the show. Yeah.
Pretty much.
yeah. While so much of it is just garbage, I wouldn't be interested in. I am interested in the I would love a YouTube video that was just every era that just broke it down and told me everything about
Yeah,
General
like
Hospital.
what happened in this.
Yep, in this decade,
This
so and so.
decade.
Yeah,
And I kind of like that sometimes. and I kind of prefer it for certain things. And it's just kind of like, oh, I really am interested in the show, but I'm not really.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens based on what I've seen.
There's a lot of things that are so like just like you're talking about with the Star Wars stuff. There's other properties or intellectual properties or just stuff that we're into that have so many different stuff that it is you do have to pick and choose.
Right.
And I will, and YouTube is a great tool for this nowadays because they have videos like what we're talking about that will break down a series for you, all the different aspects of it. So, like, I've read some Dune and know a lot about Dune, but now I can go to YouTube and find out what I do and don't like about Dune. They'll tell me everything, and I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is why I stopped reading this, because I don't like this.
This is the pros, and these are the cons.
Yeah.
You can pick.
And usually really good people are very objective about stuff. They'll tell you, like, because a really good objective fan can say, okay, I can understand why people wouldn't like this, like,
Right.
and why people do like this. And there's tons of fantasy stories that are like that. I've read some fantasy before that was all just filled with puns. Was it Piers Anthony or not? Was it Piers or Xanth? Xanth novels? Did you ever read any of the Xanth novels? It's just a world of alternate universe, and everything's punny. It's all puns, and everything's like, yeah, like so
funny.
basically, like anything that could be
That's punny.
anything that's a pun in this universe is real in that universe, right?
Okay.
So, and I believe that's Xanth. Anyway, it's there's an overwhelming amount of books to delve into, and yeah, I'm just like just trying to ponder it. Just it staggers me. I'm like, I can't even think about it. And that's the case with so many things. So you go to YouTube and they'll tell you everything in a nutshell, a synopsis of it, and you're like, oh, okay, now I got it. Now I'm satisfied. And you can determine whether or not, because I'm not averse to spoilers. I can be spoiled the shit out of something.
Right.
It'll only make me want more interested in it or less interested in it. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll ask Chris, like, right before we watch something that he's already watched.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something giving me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like the anticipation of things sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, can you just tell me what's going on?
Yeah.
Because you get invested in
Yeah.
things. But I sometimes ask, like,
Well, it's
hey,
like,
can you tell me the ending?
Yeah.
So I don't have to go through this.
Like, I don't want to sit through a movie if someone's going to
Yeah.
get shot in the face or if a dog's going to get killed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so tell me now.
I'm the same way, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll ask, is he going to die, Chris? Like, just tell me now. So I can prepare myself.
one of the reasons why I completely stopped watching a lot of things is like this was like 15 years ago or something, but this girl wanted to watch a movie, so we put a movie on, and we were like 5 or 10 minutes into it, and I was like, this guy's the killer. And she's like, oh, you fucking seen this. You just ruined it. And I was like, no, I've not seen it. But like this and this happened, and this is the
Right.
person.
Yeah.
And
You're just putting the
yeah,
dots together.
yeah, and
You're pulling a Sherlock.
yeah, but it was it wasn't necessarily telegraphed, but it was like I guess picked up those things, and she was pissed, like because I was right, and I didn't want to be right. I like
Right.
I saw points in the story where there would be a logical place for subversion, but it just wasn't. But no, that was just the story that was being told, maybe, and it was just who knows, whatever it was. It was a Sean Penn movie. I don't remember anything else about it.
That's weird she got upset. But
Well,
everybody's different.
some people don't want to be spoiled. Like,
But yeah, but you really honestly were just guessing.
Yeah.
You know, it would be one thing if you really saw the movie and then you just said, that
Yeah.
guy's the killer.
Yeah.
You know? But you really
course,
didn't mean it. Like,
I do the same thing.
yeah.
know,
I do that
you
too.
know,
I do
'cause
that.
they-
I'll
I'll be
say,
telling-
Chris, that guy's, that's the one.
I'll be watching
that's the
something
one.
on TV and actually, and I'll be going, "Oh yeah, this is going to happen."
And then
like,
it honestly makes me laugh because I'm like, oh, you're right. Like, you're right. You had
Yeah.
it. We were watching Star Trek the other day, and that's this, like, it was an episode, and he said, this is what's going on, and watch. And literally, it just started to, like, play out as it was going.
I used to, when I very first was very casual into Survivor, I used to be able to identify like people who were going to win or get close to the end. can't anymore. Now that I'm into it, I don't have a clue.
Right.
Now that I'm into it, I'm more invested in my rooting interests, and
You're like, I want this person to win.
I'm totally in denial of everything else.
So that's all you're rooting for.
You also brought up Falcon and Winter Soldier there in the break.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys seen that then?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
We were just saying that it was cool, but I just liked WandaVision a
Yeah.
little bit more. But I'm hoping that this next one that's coming out is going to be a little bit more, I don't know, exciting.
The Loki.
Yeah, the Loki. I'm just looking for maybe something a little different.
So this Falcon and Winter Soldier, there's pros and cons with that. There are some really, really, really great things in it. The whole the stuff that was being done with Falcon, Uncle Sam. His story was great, and the Isaiah Bradley stuff was great. That was fucking great.
Right.
Like they did amazing with that. What they did with their villains was weak. What they did with the Flag Smashers, they kind of wasted the Flag Smashers. And part of this has to do with they edited this. This show was supposed to come out before WandaVision, and was supposed to come out in the fall, last fall, and it didn't because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and they decided to change some things, and so they put WandaVision first, and they fixed some things with this show. They took some stuff out because there was a storyline in this show that had to do with the Flag Smashers unleashing a virus on the world. Yes, and it was based out of Madripoor, which is our fictional Asian city.
Yeah.
So they're like, maybe we shouldn't.
That's a little too close to comfort.
Yeah, we shouldn't necessarily have this conspiracy of an Asian city unleashing a virus. So they took that entirely out, and then they just kind of skirted around it. So there's points in this show, if you're really, really paying attention, you're like, why is this lady dying? And who is this lady that's dying? You know, because Emphas Nest goes there at one point, and she's talking to the dying lady, and like it's a big deal, but we don't know wwhy it's a big deal because that was part of a different storyline that
they had to cut out.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say something real quick. Because Loki's next.
Yes.
And I've noticed that WandaVision and the Winter Soldier one, they're based around the same time period because it's right after what's his name snaps and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So is all the other ones after that based on that same time period, or was that just a coincidence, or do you even
what other ones?
The
ones
Loki,
that
are gonna come out.
How it's next? Is that based on the same thing?
So Loki, in the end game, you saw Loki get a Tesseract and zip off.
Right.
This is what that story is. This is Loki going through time with the Tesseract and fucking things up. Okay. And then the time cops come and catch Loki, and they, from my understanding, have to use Loki to fix Loki. Like that, I don't know that I'm right. But it seems like the time cops need Loki to go back with them and fix all the things that Loki's fucking up. I don't know that's what it seems like. That's my very loose understanding.
That'd be cool.
So it's taking Loki with that Tesseract thing is zipping through different dimensions and fucking up different dimensions, and eventually he gets caught. That's my thing. So, and then I'm not sure what's coming next, but. A lot of these are taking so in terms of those two shows that we've just seen, WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier, both those take place before Spider-Man 2 that you've already seen.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 hasn't happened yet. Unless it has happened now. So I don't know where Loki fits in, but Loki could fit in all around.
Probably like everywhere.
Yeah.
If he's time traveling, pretty much.
And then you have the Secret Invasion, which is a Nick Fury show. It's probably going to have Monica Rambeau in it and lots of Skrulls. There's a big theory about this Winter Soldier that Sharon Carter is a Skrull, which would make sense. But it's just very prevalent online. People are thinking she's a Skrull because her story doesn't make a lot of sense either. But again, it had to be juggled around because of the edit that they made. So things would have made more sense with all the villains entirely if they hadn't have changed things. But You know, I'm okay with them changing things, and I'm okay with what we got in terms of that show.
I think the show was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
not at all overly
I
critical of it.
I just had a soft spot for WandaVision. I just liked how it was made, and I love the story. I think I'm attached to the story of WandaVision versus the story of Captain America. But it was kind of just, I don't know, it was pissing me off. I was like, man, God, dude, really? You're supposed to, like, this fake-ass Captain America with his tin shield, and I was just mad.
That's kind of good though. So that
I guess that's good. That's a good reaction. They got what they wanted.
That's a
from
very
me.
wrestling. It's a very wrestling thing. That just makes someone who's like, I just don't fucking like him.
I just don't fucking like you.
Yeah.
And you're making me not want to watch the show.
That is a mistake wrestling makes too. Though,
Right.
is that they're in their attempt to make something villainous, they just make something you don't care about
Or
it's
want to watch anymore. Because
it's
like,
like so cringy.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah.
We should go play more songs.
You want to go for a walk? We're going to go party.
Me in the water. You on the shore with the oil spills, a basketball, soaking sand trinkets. Another shell, another bottle cap, another piece of glass. The idea of collection of perfect trash. Your possessions ever been enough. Start live to love, but don't know what you want. Good out father, treading water. You with your back turned, you on the shore hunched over, digging their hands through the gravel. Here comes the high tide, the time when my body fails. Here comes the time when I start to sing. Your possessions ever been enough. I love to love, but don't know what you want. Good out father, treading water.
on the back roads, kicking up dust in my truck on a Saturday night. Headed to my homie's house with a couple 12 packs for a dope UFC fight. 2 full fists of some Jacks and some hard lemonade, that's what the girls like. Party in the country, got a huge bonfire giving us light. Girl, your jeans fit tight, 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 tight. You looking so right, 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 right. I got some good weed in my pipe, 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 pipe. I asked the girl if she get high, 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 high. She looked me in my eyes and said, boy, don't ask twice.
You got to know when to roll one, know when to smoke one, know when to roll a J, know when to blunt. You never roll no Reggie. When you're chillin' at the table, there'll be hell to pay to find out if it ain't from Washington. If it ain't from Washington. If it ain't from Washington.
We've been smoking since early 88 in the park, half baked with OE on the way. Barbecues every day. We still bump the Chronic and them OGs rock them throwbacks from the Sonics, Gus Williams. I'm all up in the building like a contractor. In my backpack, a pound of the God's laughter. Now the party wanna party after. Till the break of dawn at the Waffle House. Fat asses. This is tradition, the country is how we live, and even if we in the city of the beast children, we stay smoked like fires in the forest, super higher than a Mariah Carey chorus, no Chuck Norris. Everything is Bob Marley and above. When we smoke, everyone is all love when we smoke. If you don't, then you might be the police. If you standing too close, trying to catch a contact high, yo.
You got to know when to roll one, know when to smoke one, know when to roll a J, know when to blunt. You never roll no Reggie. When you're chillin' at the table, there'll be hell to pay to find out if it ain't from Washington. If it ain't from Washington. That's right. If it ain't from Washington. If you gon' just smoke with me, let's smoke. I hope that you ready. I got me some Kush OG. Let's smoke. And this shit is heavy. This fire is all you need. Let's smoke. And some of this candy. If you dabbing with wax, you can smell the smokestacks from Sac down to Miami. You got to know when to roll one. Yeah. Know when to smoke one. Know when to roll a J. Know when to blunt. You never roll no Reggie. When you're chillin' at the table, there'll be hell to pay to find out if it ain't from Washington. If it ain't from Washington. Back down in the building. If it ain't from Washington. D-Town in the building. The O in the building. Yeah. King Wojak. King Wojak. King Wojak. We smoke that. We smoke that. We smoke that. We smoke that. King Wojak.
Yeah. Roll me up right now. Keep this party going.
I just don't.
So.
Okay, you go, Daddy. Okay, for a minute. Okay, she's coming to you.
Initially, I think that you're just okay, just like in the same way that he's describing, but there's a lot of problems because if someone just claims that you are, then you have to go through this hassle of trying to explain that you're not. But you can't always explain that you're not because sometimes you're talking to a bot.
Exactly.
And so, like, I'm always faced with certain similar kinds of things with what I do. And what I do is I will try it and see if it works and see what happens. and
just see.
Yeah. Because for the most part, what I do is whoever or whatever like avenue like I'm working with, I will inquire with whoever and whatever. Like I'll find their customer service. Like if you're putting it on eBay, like I would go to customer service. Although you'd probably be fine selling it on eBay. On Etsy, I don't know. See, and so their terms of service might vary. Etsy seems like a route you would go.
Etsy is kind of where I want to go, but it's like right when you start a page, they need to know your tax information. They're pretty like straightforward with
Same
like
with
you need to
Amazon.
put your stuff
Yep.
on here.
Yep.
And so that's kind of where I get worried is what if I make a certain amount of money by doing this and then it comes back as, well, you were selling copyrighted something, you know, but then it's like videotape stores. Like me and Chris were talking about this the other day about back when videotapes first started, like VHS tapes, it was like $100 for one tape. And this is where like the video stores started to become a thing, was people were buying in bulk these VHS tapes to sell at their store because they're like, you know, I can get my money back by renting them out. But the tape companies got pissed off because they're like, hey, you're stealing money from us by selling our renting out our product, even though you had purchased it, right? Because you're making more money off this, tape now than I am. Well, it went to court, and the videotape company lost because they had purchased the product outright and then did what they pleased with the product.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Because you're not selling it.
It's just that loop.
You're renting it.
But that's true. And see, I'm selling something and not having someone return it back to me.
In case this is used on the show, to give context for the audience, because we're coming back in from songs, Ashlee was talking about making a pillow with a Rolling Stones T-shirt on it, and then wondering what the possible litigation or potential problems could be with it. Like, is it legal?
Wonder how long before the lawsuits start swinging in.
So if you sell shirts or remakes of things or collages or
I just noticed that
anything with
like
copyright
on
stuff,
Facebook
let me
Marketplace
know.
and stuff, I've been noticing that people sell that stuff all the time.
That's
They'll sell like
true.
guitar picks with, Guns N' Roses on it and shit like that on a necklace or something.
Yeah. So if you know if I could sell a pillow with just one pillow, not 100, just one customized pillow with a emblem on it, and let me know if that's a copyright problem or not, because I have no idea.
It's
And
like
my microphone's being silly and I'm
Push
sucky
it
today.
that way.
It's
Push
been
it
a month.
Up.
I can't. It just keeps going
Well,
down.
no, if you push it up, it'll lock. Oh wait, other way. Sorry.
so. While they're doing that, I'll tell you the
Here's
songs
the
we just
songs
heard.
that we just
I'll
played.
pull it
Yep,
down. There you
we
go.
heard
All right.
a song by Wojak, King Wojak, Know When to Roll One.
I'm rusty.
And we heard Ocean by the Mondays, Weird Stepping Stone by Crash Landing, and we started it off with, oh no, we skipped a song, didn't we? We did skip that song.
That
Yep.
was outside.
Well, we heard Katie's Dimples, Beachcombing. I'm going to have to move that song down and put it into this next set because that's where it belongs now. Alrighty. There you go.
So yeah.
Katie's
Right
Dimples.
on.
But I also have like local band shirts and things like that I cut up.
Uh-huh.
But then I have a problem with that because I'm like, it's a local band, and if they're still together and I make this pillow, I mean, I could always send a message and say, hey, I'm trying to like make a pillow out of your shirt, sell it. But I don't know. Like, would they be okay with that?
So I think, first of all, they would, because it's still their band being advertised.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you paid for it, in theory. I don't know.
It's one of those
I think that you can do these things, especially with local stuff. Because, like, for instance, we were playing local music, and the reason that we're able to play it on the YouTube for the most part, and it doesn't have any problems, is because it's not copyrighted. No one's taking the time to put anything behind it. It's just something they made in their garage or that they had printed at a shop. But there's no real, like, so when a person makes a thing, a copyright is imaginarily formed around that thing that they made.
right.
It benefits that person to have that thing copyrighted through the proper channels, which I don't know how to describe concisely in a way that would make me sound intelligent. But it needs to be done for you to, hold the copyright or trademark. and therein lies some bits of differences. Because, for instance, like a band name can't be trademarked or can't be copyrighted or whatever it is, but the logo can.
Right.
So it's the use of the logo, like, and you mentioned, I think probably when we were still at Songs, about Kardashians getting sued by Metallica or something because they used a logo or something like that.
They were selling shirts with their, their name or whatever brand that they do, but they were selling it with like Tupac or Biggie, or they had a multitude of different bands and things that they were selling under their clothing line that they didn't ask ahead of time if they could use these pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so if you were manufacturing this stuff new and printing it on there yourself, that would be a violation of copyright. But if you were repurposing something, then I don't think you're violating any copyright.
Yeah, because what I make isn't like, it's not like a printed thing where everyone gets the same thing. Like everything I'm making is hand cut and just put together.
And so there's like collages and assemblages that are just collections of stuff stuck together. And it's like and you can put anything in that, and like, so say you put a McDonald's logo in a collage, can McDonald's sue you for putting the McDonald's logo in the collage? It's a piece of art now. Like, it's something different than it was.
Right, it's repurposed at that point.
But they might be able to.
That's true. That's why I got the SBA booklet, so the business booklet, small business thing. So I'm going to read through it. But so far, any kind of copyright questions that I've had go back and forth. It just goes back and forth.
And you know what? and like me, who does this show, so many of my copyright questions go back and forth. Right. And I've talked to ASCAP and other things, like especially from right on when I was doing it, because when I was first doing it, I didn't know what I could do, what I could play, where I could play that stuff, and was very concerned with it. I talked to a lawyer. Like a lawyer I know.
Sure.
Like I just asked him if you had and he was just like, nah. He's like, go with God.
Go with God. Just try it and see what happens.
But like ASCAP was like, they were pretty clear, but not entirely clear. But I did manage to sort some things out and eventually understood that, like, YouTube, like we find out all the time, YouTube has a blanket license so that you can upload anything and their algorithms will pick it apart and determine what's copyrighted and legal and what action needs to be taken and what isn't, and just go. And it's more or less accurate. It's not completely accurate, as we found out, and there's lots of problems and glitches with it, but it polices their system, basically. Right. And it's set up that's very conducive for us. Like, it, despite them blocking some songs, it's very...
Which happens.
It's very conducive for us because they allow us to do it. You can do it. We're cool with it. Like, and they're telling you, you can do this. Here's why. Like, here's the stipulations of why you can do it. If you try to skirt around those stipulations, then you're fucked. We'll fuck you hard. And if you try to do anything other than what you're doing, you're probably going to get fucked also. We just keep doing things just like we're doing. That's why I don't deviate too far from it.
I think the thing that puts me at ease is a lot of the time you get that warning.
Yes.
Like, you get an email or a letter from someone's lawyer. Hey, if you don't stop selling this shit, you're going to get in trouble. So that's kind of where I get, like, at ease with it. Mm-hmm. But I don't want that.
Yeah.
I just don't really want
and same with me,
attention,
like,
or anything like that to happen.
I put our podcast on a site that to host it that then feeds it to Apple, and Apple has a similar thing that that YouTube does, but Apple's much more easy to deal with in this sense because there's no problem.
Let you do it, yeah.
Yep, they have one big blanket thing and it just covers everything. But the podcast isn't just on Apple; it's all over the place.
We've got it everywhere.
That's right. It's on Spotify and it's on other places. It's on iHeartRadio.
Yep.
That was in stereo. That was like, trip me out.
We both knew exactly what.
It's on a couple other ones too.
Let you guys know. But yeah, if you look up MAWPCAST 1, there's all the different avenues.
We show up also. Like that's one of the things. Like from the very beginning on our Google stuff. I think some of that has to do with the sparseness of information. It's like just the exact information. Like our pages aren't like filled with a bunch of
This
other
is
crap.
us, and that's what we do.
There's so much more that can be done too. I did poke around at, I'm now veering off topic, but so aside from downloading lots and lots of songs this weekend, I also did start poking again at the website. Every few months I will add some more bands onto the website and try to create pages for them. I don't always do anything with those pages. I just make them so that they're there. They're often blank, but at least they're there so that I can go back later and start throwing some stuff in, some links and some names and stuff.
Marketing.
Yep.
Your smoke keeps floating this way, and then I catch out the corner of my eye, and I was like,
Not bad.
no, it's
There's
fine.
nothing bad. He's just scared of smoke.
I just don't want it near
No,
my
it's just throwing
ginger
me off
bee.
because I'm thinking something's got to hit me in the eye, but it's just smoke.
That's who I worry about.
Occasionally-
she knows who I'm talking.
Every once in a while, I'll catch a little hair out of the corner of my eye. This is straight hair. It's like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
She's tired. I thought she'd be crazy.
Oh, well, she got the system down pretty quickly. She's like, oh, this is casual.
No, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just wanted a dog to be here. That's all.
Yeah.
And there's
This is a
not one.
rip-off, man.
But
I understand you.
man,
I know your feelings.
it's hard with COVID and everything to try to get them out. It's hard for anyone to even get out.
Yeah.
But she's been going on her walks around the neighborhood every day. She is going to go get her spa treatment soon, get her nails clipped. You know. Dog things.
Sweet. Your little princess.
No, she does need a bath.
Princess Ginger. And we got
My
Princess Leia,
whole
my cat,
heart,
at home.
literally. I say that to her every day. I come home and I say, oh, it's my whole heart. Because it's true.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, my whole heart.
Why are you talking about
Are you
me?
ready? You want me to sing your song? Tell Daddy. Whoa, whoa, Ginger Bee. I love you more than I could say. Come on. I'll love you twice as much tomorrow. Ginger Bee, I love you more than I could say. Are you ready? Tell him. Oh, don't you know I need you so? Tell him, Ginger. Come on. Come on,
Ginger,
Daddy. Tell him, please. Gotta know. Oh, she's more whining than whining than singing this time. You don't make me cry. Tell him why. Because you're such a lovely ginger. Whoa, whoa, sweet pea. And we'll love you every single day. We'll love you twice as much tomorrow. Christopher, tell her. Sweet Ginger, I love you more than I could say. Come on, bring it in, Daddy.
Come on.
Usually he helps me with the song.
Chris and Ginger have stage fright right now.
I think he's having stage fright because normally he helps me with the song. I love you every single day. Ready? You ready? This is your part. I love a ginger every day. You want bacon? Say I woo-woo. You want bacon? I woo-woo. Say it. Can you say it? I woo-woo.
She knows you ain't got no fucking bacon.
I have
So
bacon.
lie.
You gotta say it first.
Oh.
I woo-woo.
I
She's
woo-woo.
just... If this makes it on the show, it makes it. But if it doesn't, it don't.
She's just being weird. Yeah.
You're getting there. Say, I woo-woo. Oh, God. Okay, let me get your bacon.
It's a new place. It's new stuff.
Yeah.
She's
She's
I
not.
tried. But normally she sings.
yeah.
Let's show them you getting your treat because you're so cute. Come here. Ready? You want the bacon? Come
I
get
woo-woo.
bacon. I woo-woo. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
That's
is
a good
supposed
girl.
to sing.
I don't sing that song, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I just get her attention and I clap and stuff. Very rarely do I do anything in that song.
We're not doing it on camera. Come here.
Well,
That was it.
I'm a big fan of Leo Sayer anyway. He's got a lot of songs.
Ah.
What's that? Oh, it's her coat. It's like,
Yeah.
That is a weird thing.
Now
Yep.
she's excited. What?
Uh-huh.
What?
She got all worked up.
Now you're worked up? Huh? You so sweet.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on today. Hi, baby girl.
Aw. You sweet.
You good girl?
Yes, I talk to my dog all the time like this. She's my angel. It just happens. You know some tea. I know some tea.
I really, really regret not getting this case I saw for a dog. It was a dog carrying case, like a dog purse. But it was big enough for her. It was stylish. It was white. It had the big opening for the head.
Oh, really?
Like at one end. Like it was like kind of like a lunchbox shape.
Oh, gotcha.
Uncle
Yeah.
Potter was going to get you a little...
Yeah, this was over a year ago.
Little
I remember
bag?
like sending you a thing and you just pooed it right away, and I just should have known better. Because man,
She said, oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It would have been amazing.
Oh.
It was basically a suitcase, like
Yeah.
My
an
angel.
apartment, basically.
Ah.
It
Was
would have
that
been
fun?
fucking amazing.
Was that your song?
And I saw on Facebook they had this
Was that your
backpack.
Oh, with the bubble?
Yeah.
The whole
There's a
thing's
lot going
clear
on, huh?
Yeah.
in the back, so you can put your cat in there.
Yeah, I
bring
love
your cat
those.
with you. And then I saw another one where a guy has a chihuahua that it takes everywhere and has its own helmet with its own little visor on it and everything and stuff. That's pretty awesome.
Come
here, Ginger. Come on.
yesterday, I was doing some gardening over at a friend's house, and a couple rode by on a bike. I heard the woman talking, saying something. And,
Gingerbee.
looked around, and I didn't see anyone. But then a minute later, a woman rode by on a bike, and then a few seconds later, a man rode by on a bike, and he had a dog on his back and like a backpack.
Oh,
It was a dog backpack, but the dog's legs were right here.
Oh,
and,
shit.
and over his thing, and the dog was just looking all around.
nice.
It's like
Like
dinner
a
dog.
harness, like a backpack harness, like you put kids in.
Exactly. Now the dog couldn't have been that comfortable, and the dude couldn't have been that comfortable. But and not only I saw them ride down the street, and they were gone for a good couple hours, and then when I was walking down the street, I saw them ride back. So I mean, wherever they were going, it was like an all day thing.
Yeah.
They were like, "It's what we do with our dog: strap him on a backpack and go." We've not been keeping track of time at all.
No.
Ash
that's
is not
okay.
either, because
I know. I told you I'm a little rusty. It's been a while.
that's okay.
You know.
That's why we called last week.
I'm drugged up. I got excuse.
I got issues. Did you say I got issues?
No, you said I got an excuse.
Oh, I thought you said I got issues.
You need to
So I was
you need to
like,
get Ashlee a hearing aid.
well, that's what I would have said. Oh, is Ginger sending us off? I love you. She says, hell no.
She's all staring at the camera like a
Heck
deer in
no,
headlights.
Mama. I don't know what's going on.
Now she gets it. Now she understands. She's
Is
like,
that you? You're going to be on TV.
Uh-huh.
Ah. Look, she's so unamused. All right. Song time.
okay. That's what time it is then.
Good girl.
MAWPCAST 1 podcast.
It seems like we're early, but we're not. You guys got here around noon, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're just cruising along today.
You okay, girlfriend?
It's 3 a.m. and you're looking for a street fight. You're not packing, but you're ready to go. See you standing there, you're looking for
do it ain't a side in a fun, but the crazy part of him remind me of the second summer song. Here we go, with all of it. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? And you're coming in the way, you're coming in the way, don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? The picture in your pocket is someone else's wicked thought. Here we go. The wanna be animal, I wanna be animal. Like the rising thunder. Set the picture in your pocket to someone else's favorite stuff. I seen you with the little gun, I hope you cock it and pull the trigger, headed right my way. I said, the bullets are your little lips, I watch you talking. On the page and it don't matter what you say, you got so broken in the gun you had to hawk it. For 10% the price they made you pay, but the we don't need a pistol in the house any goddamn way. Because we're both fucking crazy. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? And you're coming in the way, coming in the way. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? The picture in your pocket is someone else's wicked thought. One more time. I wanna be that one. Like the rising thunder. The set the picture in your pocket is someone else's wicked son. Someone else's wicked son. Someone else's wicked son. Someone else's wicked son.
What it is, nigga? Yo, on the really real, nigga, you got love for me? Would you let off your 3 pounds enough for me, boy? Send all these food slugs, boy, word up.
Yo, son, it's me and your verses. Whoever take it personal, I'm never merciful. Hurting y'all dudes with a multitude, they call me perfect. My nigga Grim, he the ravishing. Ain't no comparison, the face the rap can be embarrassing. Straight smashing it, with the rhymes we be fashioning. Putting my rap to when you play the game, I'm a master and who be this. Running through your rap enthusiasts, rap to the heart and forever I stay true to this. I never lose my grip in a game that'll confuse you quick. Angels of death, 2 of the best, so we proving it. Flip my procedures, get weeded as I proceeded. More awaited than Jesus, the reps in Black Caesar.
Yo, Sleepy Hollow, Ali baby you follow. In the black money colors, they blast my homie Carlos. Shit man, I spit flame like this my last rap. Blasphemy, blasting me, I blast back. Snake charmer, catch a kick like Pearl Harbor. Spot up like Derek Harper, shot up the sheriff's armor. Last man standing, dipping the lane like ghetto bandit. Ghetto famine, I set flames to these cannons. Rolling a stolen switcher, beat my motion picture like Eastman Kodak. I stole the demon, show that. Know that Death Star for my next ball. Ain't no bullshit, fool throwing bullets like Brett Ball. At you catch Kevin Costner, need an Oscar, cause you an imposter. Full Hottie's helicopter, get my car license. It's like Match of the Titans, might have been my ex-girl, cause this world is shiesty. I'm thinking of my alibi, I'm with my nephew. Slam fools like Teddy B, I see the hostage you can't rescue. Life getting stressful, nobody helping. Y'all gon' have to kill me before I turn myself in and it's G.O.D.
Do y'all got love for me? Would you let off your trade pound snub for me? Right back at y'all, matter of fact, double the G. Any fool set trips in them slugs in 3. Meet the rockness monster, all do it for me, jab, Albatross. So many niggas in me, you think I'm going mad. Meet the flipster, disrespect, smack you with your bitch up. You get fucked if you're playing pussy. Like your punks want to rush me. Thinking the odds are totally stacked against me. Give a then I get the snuffing. By the time my troops get there, your whole block is empty. Simply put, you got your crew frame. Got a few things that go booyah. From the bush to the Bronx, like the 2 train. Crew bang, so hard it's ridiculous. You caught up in a predicament. Might get your shit twisted like lobster, licorice. I'm sick of this lyrical garbage. Wanna be fly guys, talking that play and living large. Yeah, with the shark kick up in that ass and rip it apart quick. God, so your shirt jump when your heart skip. Me, I roll heat, hold heat and smoke. Mike 7 reppin' with my Magnum folks. Niggas hold
yeah, push come to shove, I shove and push. Come in and bury your songs, bury your squads, get squished. Look, sending your competition, leave them wishing for a dismission with my sharks out fishing. General orders, you cross the border, now you're caught all up in my square. I'm instilling fear through these murky waters. You call the industry, fuck who you pretend to be. Sound stills around the pound your vicinity.
Fuck the world, that's how thugs be talking. Cause in these evergreens, I ain't never seen love too often. I caught this court case in New York State. Low life support rate, still penning like warfare. It's like adios. Mighty gon' get your body thrown from the ninth floor. My shit is to die for. Enticing like in bison, I send lightning on that ass boy. Keep it spinning like the asteroid. Last voice, previous engagement, re-enslavement. David slew Goliath, I drop in a losing silence. Get the scrotum hoe. Shit, you wanna hold them on top of the totem pole. What's really going on?
Really real, do you got love for me? Would you let off your trade pounds love for me? Right back at y'all, matter of fact, double the G. Any fools that trip, we send them slugs in 3. On the really real, do you got love for me? Would you bust off your trade pounds love for me? Right back at you, matter of fact, double the G. What was this Bon Jovi? We send them slugs in 3. Ow, 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 ow. Where's Bon Jovi? V, act like you know me. Get off my dick, you know how hoes be. MFC for life, like Caesar. Gas squeezers.
please go to sleep? If I gave you away, what would you say? Would you please? Won't you please let me be? And even though I love you, my addictions mean more. And even though I bore you, I bore myself to the core. If I go out tonight, would you be alright? Won't you please? Won't you please go to sleep? If I gave you away, what would you say? Would you please? Won't you please let me be? Won't you please let me be?
And I don't know how true that is because I've not followed his career that closely. I didn't like him a lot when he was up and coming, although I really appreciated what he was doing. He worked really hard, like a Bruce Springsteen kind of a guy. Like he was just like working his ass off. Like and his songs, like they were well written and well played. And
I feel like a lot of his stuff was very similar. So it's like you could listen to one album and you practically listen to every album. Right?
That's what I got the feeling of also. And really there was only one song that that I really, really liked, and it was probably Crash.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, that's so good.
yeah. And I also think he had one called Crush, which was on the same record maybe.
Yeah, he has like maybe a handful of songs I like.
And
I mean, I like more than that, but I mean, it's just like the ones that really...
I think Ryan Renfield does that.
Speaking
cover.
of songs, not to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to segue right back to what we were just hearing is "If I Go" by Shotgun Kitchen. And
Shotgun Kitchen.
Heard Black Caesar doing "Set Trip." That was featuring Rock of Helter Skelter. "Picture in a Locket" by Bazooka Benny, and started it off with "Silver Rain City" by Ranchero.
Ranchero, baby.
Yeah, finally got that. Like,
Speaking of that, if there's any drum or bass players out there, get a hold of Anti-Hero. They need a bass player.
well, they would probably want to be in the area, local.
Well,
area.
yeah, if you're in the Tacoma area,
I mean,
local
yeah.
guy, so.
Yeah, it's like, what if someone from another
New
country
Zealand. Oh, I'll play for him.
We have fans all over the world.
awesome.
So I went through and was looking in our website deal that hosts our podcast, and they have updated some things, and so there's certain things that are easier. Same with YouTube. YouTube is easier. My video editing software was updated, and that runs smoother and easier. That's all these things have made my ability to do things quicker. What did I start it off with? The website that hosts our podcast.
Yes.
I was able to go in and update and change our numbering. So we've done 3 seasons, and we've done a total of, this is like our 85th episode, right?
Oh, wow.
But our second season was truncated. It was very short because we got preempted by COVID-19 and the government suppressed us. And so we
got to do something special for our 100th.
We probably should. We've got 15 episodes to think of it. It's like 3.5 months. 3 months.
We got to do something good.
So I did update that thing. When I did update the thing, it brought to my attention that we have a fan who is in Belgium. And this fan in Belgium is an episode behind, or they're missing an episode. They've downloaded every episode but one.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know which one.
Wow.
Only they would know that.
Right.
If they might not know that. If you're listening,
Ginger,
and you are listening because you download the show every week, we don't know which episode you're missing, but you missed one.
Just one.
Yeah.
But thank you for downloading them
Yeah, we
all.
really appreciate
That's
you.
amazing.
And we've got a lot of people who come pick us up and will download like the whole archive and
Sorry,
binge it.
She's barking and at the walls. There's like animal pictures on the wall. She thinks this cat's real over here.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
Barbara Streisand's looking at her now, and she's kind of having a fit over Barbara. And yeah. So that's kind of what's going on in Ginger's mind. Huh, baby?
Ginger.
Come here.
Just pay attention to the cat with the wings, with the body. Got a chicken with a cat head over there or whatever.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's some artwork around here. There's definitely some artwork. Hey. We love you.
It's okay, kitty.
You're a dog.
I call Ginger a kitty for some reason.
Kitty.
Yeah,
I love you, kitty.
It's okay, kitty. Meow. Just look at me like, what'd you say? Meow.
You guys are dicks.
Oh.
It's okay, girlfriend.
It's okay, baby. You're sweet.
Well, all right.
Yep. See, now we have a petting zoo on the MAWPCAST now.
Is there anything else going on? Any?
I'm trying to think. I mean, there just hasn't really been much going on.
The world's getting back to normal.
Yeah.
There's more and more things that are getting back to normal.
More concerts. Our friends went to Vegas.
That's great.
Yeah.
We wish we could.
We might be going back another phase, I guess.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Is that right? Oh, I thought we were doing good.
Yeah.
We were doing good, but yeah, it's kind of getting like my work. They keep talking about how we have to roll back again. And so that means we have to, if we go back all the way to phase 1, that means Chris's jazz thing kind of stops, and then people can't come sit inside places again, which that's going to be tough if you can't have people sit inside. Because all these restaurants are hiring people because it was like the swing up, and now we might be headed towards another swing down.
Yeah, I've been trying to be wrong because I like a while back before this big wave of vaccine thing started, I was like, it's not going to happen even with the vaccine. Like with the vaccines had started rolling out, but I was like, even with the vaccine, I didn't feel like, I thought we would get hit with another wave that would push us back. And I thought that everyone was being too optimistic and too eager to get going.
Right.
And I wanted to be wrong and felt like I was. I kept accepting, I'm wrong. And it's great that I'm wrong because everything's going. But then you hear this shit about India, and India's got 72,000 different strains.
They are so sad.
Yeah.
Right? It's so sad out there right now. I mean,
yeah, and we're not the only state. Like, I do hear other states having some problems. Some other states are not having problems.
well, it's like Italy was like that,
Yes,
at first.
Italy
Was really bad. But Arizona, I had a customer come in say, I came from Arizona and we have no masks, and so to like go back to, like going from a state that's like kind of normal to come to Washington is kind of a mind trip, because of how different each state's
but then
running
again,
things.
also, do they have accurate information, or are
Right.
they just talking out their ass?
Well, no, she said that literally she doesn't have to wear masks anywhere at the store.
Yeah, but I mean, she may not have known about because where she was at, she may have not been around hospitals or anything, or.
No, No, she just said it's just
Yeah,
normal.
so, who knows?
There are some places, I don't remember exactly, so I'm going to just say New Zealand because I think it's New Zealand, but it might not be. But there's some place like that just has 0 cases, you know.
Yeah. Is that the one that locked
Oh yeah,
down? like,
Australia,
immediately?
right? Australia.
Maybe it is Australia.
Yeah, they said that they're like 100% virus free, and people are at the beach and shopping again, and nobody's worried about it over there. But it just takes someone traveling, if they let people in their country. I don't know how they do it.
Well, they definitely. Well, I can't say for sure, but I know that they film a lot there, so I would assume that they would be. But they kind of shut that down. I don't know.
Well, they have like mandatory, like I think even Canada too. It's you're paying like $3,000 or something to stay at a hotel that you're paying for.
Yeah.
To quarantine at for 2 weeks or whatever until you can get back out into the world. But they force you to do it. They say you can't come back unless you can afford to pay for your own stay. But that also varies where you are.
Canada has been surprisingly behind on a lot of things. I guess I hear from people I know in Canada, they're just like, it's kind of a nightmare, which I don't think of when I think of Canada. They're all so happy, and, you know, they're all so, everything's fine here, you know, most of the time.
You don't really see a lot of their news, though. You know? You really don't hear a
They're
lot
all
of their
jacked up
news.
on
They're
sugar.
very secluded and private, in my opinion, on how they run things.
It's just that they're just not so boisterous and
Right.
in your face like Americans are. Like even our reserved conservatives are just like very like outrageous fucking people. Like
Right.
whereas the Canadian conservatives are very reserved and like a conservative should be.
Yeah. The world's wacky
Yeah.
right now.
It'll be more wacky. It's not going to get like better soon, and it could get horrendously worse. But like, you can navigate through that and be very content and happy. And some people will think that you're crazy and resent you for it, but that's about the only way to get through it.
Right.
So having visualizing a positive outcome, a positive future, no matter what is going on around you, that's very important and difficult to do sometimes. When you're faced with, when you're in the eye of the storm, like you just see storm all around you.
Yeah,
And when you're
all the
consumed
time.
by drama and stress or whatever it is, that's what you're seeing. That's what you're experiencing. But if you just step outside of it, even though it's happening, just step completely the fuck outside of it and visualize it and know that you've been through other similar things throughout your life. And it could be way crazy in the future, but nonetheless, people historically live through whatever.
Right.
Like someone does. So just
Somebody
picture
does.
yourself being those people.
That's true. That is true.
And
Somebody lives.
and with the big thing is that so many people are consumed by these things. It's very like that. Just the negativity is cumulative, and the stress is cumulative. So diffusing that at every turn is like a very good skill, a good mechanic to employ. By being happy and positive and not engaging in those ways, those things. And it's easy to do, and everyone does slip into it. You know, you can get that customer at work, and you're just like, you're going to have to engage in some degree.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and it's going to affect you to some degree, and there's just no way around that. But
Well, I wanted to leave on that happy note because that was a really great note to end the show on. But I'm going to tell you about the foam lady.
okay,
Okay, so this lady comes to drive-thru, and she had set her order so fast because, you know, when you know your order, you just know it. You just do.
Yep.
And so you
I want
spew
a
it out.
Frappuccino double whip, double.
Yeah.
blah, blah.
It was like that, pretty much. I want a 20-ounce non-fat, white mocha, sugar-free, blah, blah.
Same thing I get every fucking
And
day.
I'm like, holy crap. Okay, so I asked her, and I repeated it, and she goes, no. You know, fixed my whatever. And then I said, okay. And then she said sugar-free at the end. And I said, that's a different. I said, do you want it sugar-free? Yeah, and no foam. Like, no foam.
Yeah.
Okay, no foam. The person at the bar making the coffee has been a barista for years. Like, years. Goes on tours for coffee.
Uh-huh.
She knows what she's kind of doing. I'm sorry, she just does. Not saying the customer's wrong, but this girl knows what she's doing. Okay, So the lady comes up, and she's upset because she asked me to re-say her order, but I said it in the wrong way, But I knew what she ordered because I had asked her 3 times. Mm-hmm. And then she said, "Did you put sugar-free?" And I said, "Yeah, it's what you wanted." She goes, "No, I didn't." And she just starts making it sound like we're dumb. She just makes you feel bad. She's like, "Oh, you guys can't seem to get a simple order right? Are you kidding me?" And I give her a coffee, and she opens it up. And she's so mad, and she's like shaking the cup. So this coffee is going all over her, and she's like, "You really think this is no foam? Do you guys know what you're doing? This isn't no foam." And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "How can I fix this? You want a new coffee? Do you want a refund? Do you want a comp card? Like, what do you want?" And she goes, no, I don't want anything. And she just is like, coffee everywhere. I'm like, "Do you at least want napkins?" Like, do you at least want napkins? Because I feel awful right now that you're literally burning your hands.
A nap.
She was just...
Or her coffee. Like, she just needed to take a sip.
But
sometimes that's...
But she was burning herself. She wouldn't even take napkins. And it just freaked me out because I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing is about a drive-thru is really hard sometimes because even if you both think you're on the same page, sometimes no matter how much times you will say order, it will still be wrong in some form or fashion. Or they assume that you know them enough that you're going to know what they want. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And so it's tough. But, yeah, dealing with stuff like that can be difficult. And that makes me think, you should just be happy. Try to be happy. And even if you're in a bad space, if you're in that bad of a space, you shouldn't go out publicly and order a coffee. I mean, you can, but maybe not take all that, whatever you've got going on, and spewing it out like a volcano or a dragon with fire, because it's not fair to the people around you. And you have to put your best face forward sometimes, even when you have a bad day,
I've been all things.
I've been rude before.
I've had bad days. I've melted down. I've not been, or just, reacted wrong. And had been on the other side of all of it too. Like,
right.
It's
not always easy to be happy, but I think trying is the best thing you can do. But yeah, that was crazy. That was just, it was to the extent of, okay, like this is too much. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
yeah.
If you're listening, lady, I'm sorry.
That's the type of person that needs to drink at least
coffee.
1 cup of normal coffee before they go out into the world.
Well, again, that
too.
This is that crazy woman's. Sorry, she's not necessarily crazy. But it's her only source of coffee, and like she's she's got 17 minutes to get from her home to get the coffee, then get to the fucking workout that she's got to get her Pilates class in. And then go
it's a lot of stuff that these people do, and I understand, like, some people's lives are so fast-paced that they can't wait in a 40-minute line or,
or, again, routine like this, maybe, like it's a woman who comes there every day and expects someone to know what they want or something. And I'm not saying that it was, or even that justifies it at all.
But no, that does happen where, like, you answer it and you've never heard this person before, but they say hi, and that's all they say, and you're like, oh, hello, and they're like, hello, hi. Like, I should know your voice, or, and I'm like, I don't know your order. Can you tell me what it is? And they're like, really? Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah. And I go different locations, so that's hard too.
Yeah, what's the funniest part is that the people that expect you to remember their order, they're thinking that they're the only person that ever comes there. So you have to remember the order. They don't realize that there's fucking 300 more people that come.
They just think they come enough that everyone should know.
No.
There's both things can be true. That can be, both of those things can coexist.
But that's true.
Yeah. That's why
I just try not to
think
that people think that
names.
way. Because if you are that person where you don't think anyone else is around.
Well, no, you just you just slid under like that musicians assume you know their name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And And us both having been around the scene for a long time, it is assumed we know whoever we're talking to. We know what band they're in, what band they've been in, what what their bandmates were, what the songs are, what albums they've released,
what songs they took part in, what songs they didn't write.
That time that they jammed with fucking so and so on stage at Bumper Shoot. You have to know.
Yep.
How could you not fucking
forget? Yeah. Or it's just like if you wear the band shirt. Oh, their 7th album? What was their album? Who produced it? What bass player was in it? Because it wasn't the original bass player. And you're just like, can I just like the band?
Gatekeepers. That's what those people are called on the
what
internet.
That is?
They call them gatekeepers. The people who want to be the authority on a thing and choose who else can be a part of that. Right. It's like, oh, you're not punk because you weren't here in the 80s to do the thing with the punks.
So you're not really
punk.
a punk.
You couldn't know about this band because you didn't know their original bass player and their first 3 albums that with their original lineup that were the best. And that's the true essence of that band. Now, their other stuff is good too. And I like this, but I like it for these reasons. And you don't understand that because you weren't around for the first
you weren't there. I get that a lot because how I like old music.
One of the underlying themes of this show is to subvert gatekeeping because the scene's filled with them. You aren't a part of the rap scene, and you aren't a part of the punk scene, or you aren't a part of this pop group over here scene, and you don't know, and you wouldn't understand that.
So you can't like it.
And you can't hear it. And we don't want to share it. You know what?
You know nothing of the polka movement.
I've always liked a fucking wide array of music and always been throwing it out at people and setting them in my room and playing whatever for them and them being like, this isn't rock and roll, this isn't punk or this isn't metal. And it's like, yeah, man, just fucking relax and listen to some.
Maybe I just want to listen to something else for the day.
I like ABBA. I like Prince. You know, I like a lot of stuff that doesn't. And you know what? You can like a lot of stuff too.
You can like anything you want to like. You guys at home. You be you and you love yourself.
Yep. We need to wrap it up.
You can even love that stuff where, what is it that I saw a video of it of a guy that has like a bunch of cans tied to a bunch of sticks and some lines with some glass and stuff, and he's just turning this thing, and the cans are just bouncing up and down, banging into each other, and it's just freaking, it's a bunch of noise, right? But I kind of looked into it, and it's like a whole movement. There's it's like a bunch of people doing this stuff. Like, a guy that put a guitar face down on the ground. Yeah. He has the backpack with an amp in it, and then he's just walking. He's dragging the guitar.
I've seen some things like
this. Did your set to the cat die?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not having a stroke. It's okay.
Said,
I mean, it's just like crazy stuff, and I get it. I mean, it's an artistic way of doing your thing. I get, but I mean, to me, it's noise.
Yeah.
But I mean, teach their own.
Everybody's got.
I mean, it's really hard to dance to.
Yeah.
To find that definitive beat in that stuff, but it must be there.
Occasionally, I'll slip some alternative experimental noise stuff in. I honestly don't enough, but I could more and should more, and it's nothing against them. It's just
we just don't list it every day.
Much like. So there are bands that are hard to like, even if they're on Bandcamp, it's like, this is a group of different people doing a thing together. And it's like, okay, is it a band? Who's doing what, how do I, and they're not showing me how I'm supposed to understand it. Cause I'm used to a more straightforward formula of a band or a solo artist or a duo or something that are performing an album of songs or a single. These are just more straightforward ways of interpreting a thing that I can relate with, that I can easily identify and put forward to my audience who can also then identify. And so that's what I try to do, is just make that easily translatable. It's not always easy. It's not always hard to understand. It's not always hard to understand music like we're talking about. It's noise. It's just noise to us. Well, so many things are noise to like grandpa, but it actually is music.
Yeah.
And
metal to people, metal music is.
And some things are just noise for the sake of being noise. And it's like, okay, and how do I put that with this and interpret it. That's all. Sometimes noise is hard to interpret it.
Yeah.
It's just fucking
it's
noise.
just
Yeah. It's like how.
Yeah. I even saw a guy who had a snare drum with the mic on it, and it's just like banging on the table and just scrape.
So, and right. So, I understand there is art, and then there's the process. So, when does the noise become art? Is it instantly art? Because, like, I'm going to recognize it more at a certain point. Like when there's something that like is there a melody? Is there a song? Is there a beat? Is there something that like can grab me and go? Because it doesn't have to be like linear or cohesive. Like I've heard experimental music, and I can appreciate experimental music that doesn't have your conventional like any song. So, but there's other stuff that's just like.
Elevator music. Okay.
That's funny. What was the one I saw the other day where it had like 4 people in a kitchen, and they were all like, one person was making a beat with the drawer. They would pull it out, then shut it, pull it out, then shut it. And somebody else was taking a cover. Yeah, and it was awesome. I was just like,
yeah, I'm not into stuff like that actually. Yeah, I want to do whole songs like that. I just never get around to it. So much other stuff to do. Anyway,
well, I had fun. It's been nice to come back.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Ginger had fun.
Yeah, Ginger
She's
had
a little
fun.
tired, but she had fun.
Hopefully she won't end up like Marilyn Monroe, get all famous. And...
I don't think she's that into stardom.
Well, I wish that she would have gave you a show, because normally she sings, but I also understand.
Yeah. Well, it's her
My
first time.
baby's not
She got
used to
camera
being
shy.
on the camera.
Huh, Ginger
the bright lights and the
camera. You're like, what's going on? All right. Well, like our page, subscribe to YouTube, go to any podcast radio and look up MAWPCAST 1.
Buy the band's merchandise, buy their
stuff,
CDs,
help us out,
donate money to them, go to their shows, don't ask for discounts, pay full price. You know they're taking their time and their energy into putting out something for you to enjoy. So
especially
show them the appreciation by paying them full price and
support one
shaking
another.
their hand, or maybe not shaking their hand, elbow bump or fist bump, sanitize it and stuff. Wear a mask. Right on.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good girl.
Oh, good job.
Movie star Ginger,
Got me a brand new girl. She lives on down the street. Well, now she's so fine, she sweeps me off my feet. She's just a sweet cucumber, sitting by a cherry tree. She's got short blonde hair and eyes like you never seen. I want the whole wide world to know that she's my queen. She's just a sweet cucumber laying by a cherry tree. I know that she loves me, she told me so. She said, I'll never, 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 never let you go. She got short blonde hair and eyes like you never seen. I want the whole wide world to know that she's my queen. She's just a sweet cucumber sitting by a cherry tree. Take it on. That she loves me, she told me so. She said, I'll never, 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 never let you go. She got short blonde hair and eyes like you never seen. I want the whole wide world to know that she's my queen. She's just a sweet cucumber sitting by a cherry tree. She's just a sweet cucumber sitting by a cherry tree. Yeah, the sweet cucumber sitting by a cherry tree.
Plus a MIC and some THC equals catastrophe. It's gonna be a while before the last of me. May I suggest to change the battery? You ain't really about that shit, cause if you was about that shit, you'll have some clips up on your hips and some Teflon on your chest. Middle finger to these faggots like I might be the best, but your matter is none, so nigga, you don't contest. I aim to get these money racks. I'll snap, crackle, pop any nigga's cap. Leave him in body bags, cast out with the fishes. I'm something vicious like sedition, revenge victims. And you're just a flesh wound. You got a burner, I got the tech, dude. Spray your house up while you in the restroom. No courtesy knock, I'm barging in with my goon platoon. And we outrageous like leprechauns, children, Nigerian niggas foot racist. So know your places, reset the pace, these great a case of space. Fuck it, say without a trace. Nigga, you're not catching me. You get one warning, then I'm flexing, G. Better retreat, wait them options out. Control your path, proceed with caution now. I'ma end the shit, sign off with perfect penmanship. You can say I fool, cause I be ripping shit. Is that you bet not never forget that shit.
place that you thought you'd get to rest when you end the stupid race. All the things you know, all the things you know.
For the mixtape, Four Corners. Yes. In the booth again.
Let me set it off, give a fuck how you feel. Most staying on my level and I'm spitting it real. Hard at work with no deal, eat instrumentals like meals. Self-trained in my domain, craft the lyrics with skills. Aggressive on the mic, blue nose packing a bite. Insane like rabies, wish a motherfucker try and fight. Rip your head off, leave you hating the rest. Round town to my brain, it's the north to the west. I'm vicious with a sickness when I rip this and I spit shit. You're the witness when I get pissed, torque power, cranking rich hits. Raised off an inspirational story, born on the bottom, tools from the top before me. Blueprint in my hand, watch me build an empire. Anything possible in my mode, what I desire. Cause I got the drive, but like any you've seen in a while, I'm hot, not mild, heat when I breathe. Till I collapse on these streets, forever spit on these beats. Never stop climbing when I reach the top of my peak. Far from the street, it's known I don't creep. Walk, I don't talk, but my verses will speak. Little fingers in the sky when I'm up on the mic. Get up on these shows and I love the spotlight. Most aggressive on the scene and you know I spit tight. Till I collapse in the grave, I make the subs not right. Drop the beat, give me room for a 16. Stand back and watch the whole crowd pick me. Cause from the booth to the stage, invading airwaves, open mics, lights ablaze wherever they play. Haters all vacate, I'm known in a namesake. A-bomb, drop bombs, hooks like I play bait. Fuck them like date rape, my words are the drugs. Creep in the building, but still blast like a snub. I try to keep it simple, 2 verses and 2 hooks. A bomb-ass beat that'll get your whole earth shook. New school, versatile with my style. Kids talking silly, Jesus speaking on trial. Yeah, the righteous truth when it comes out. If I said it, I meant it. The homies know what I'm talking about. Just too fucking raw to paint and grind. Racing with my team all the way down to the finish line. I collapse on these streets, forever spit on these beats. Never stop climbing when I reach the top of my peak. Far from discreet, it's known I don't creep. Walk, I don't talk, but my verses will speak. Little fingers in the sky when I'm up on the mic. Get up on these shows and I love the spotlight. Most aggressive on the scene and you know I spit tight. Till I collapse in the grave, I make the subs not right.
started to shake. Something inside is beginning to break. The sun warmed my head as I opened my eyes. Today's a good day, I can feel it inside. I drove to work going north on I-5, feeling all changes and the pain in my side. Cars cut me off, but I just couldn't shake. And this was the start of a beautiful day. Got off work early, had a drink from a bar, and then I came home to be right where you are. Thoughts warmed my heart as I headed your way. Sharing your song made a perfect day. It's hard to believe that your heart finds me here, day after day and each year after year. Baby, I love you and I just have to say, the way that you love me leads to beautiful days. When I'm getting old, it's you I want to hold. And when I'm getting old, it's you I want to hold.
Say beautiful as you are, 'cause if it wasn't for your bullshit, I'd have never got this far. And I'm not perfect, but at least I'm fucking honest, and I keep a steady count of all the bees inside my bonnet. There are times when I would like to tear out my own heart and hear that silly putty snap of flesh as I rip it apart and feel my bones crack as I pull out my ribs and line them up to tally times. I wish I was a kid when I was younger. My biggest problem was all of the other kids who wouldn't sit next to me on the bus, but now I'm older and I've got lots of friends, more tasks at my hands and more to-do lists in my head, and each of them comes complete with existential dread, asking, is there really such a thing as better off dead? I'm an imposter, I'm a chameleon, I will blend with anyone who's conveniently in sight. I'm a hot and ready with extra cheese and a stuffed crust of anxieties. Do you want to take me home and eat me whole tonight? And I am the devil, I sold my soul to myself, stuck it on the highest shelf, and it looks like I lost my ladder. And I'm the juxtaposition at the end of a storybook. I'm the sadly never before and the happily ever after. And I am the asphalt crumbling, giving way to pipes and wires. I am the tar black smoke of a million tire fires. I am the rain that's falling, here to fuck up your parade. I am a calendar whose every page says just get through today. I am a calendar whose every page says just get through today.
To the kitchen, light a cigarette, take a drag and close my eyes and wish you'd never found me. And I'll waste another year or two washing out the taste of you. Washing out the taste of you. We started out like candy, innocent and sweet. Started out with flowers strewn about our hands and feet. Soon the years start fading, reality sets in, anger and resentment fill the holes between us. And I'll waste another year or two washing out the taste of